is ultimately important for you to look at your goals, truly what you want to do in your life, and then look at the people who you spend the most time with in your life and figure out if that lines up.
All right, what's happening? What's happening, guys? Good morning to you all. It is Wednesday, April 8th, 2020. We got a topic for you this morning that I think is going to be very beneficial for a lot of people. And I think that, it's one that we all need a reminder of from time to time because life happens. And when life happens, everything sometimes goes a little sideways, doesn't it? So we're going to revisit some of the things that you think about yourself. So who do you see in the mirror is the topic. And, I love talking about these topics because I think that along the way, it has been probably the thing that I've worked on the most. And the thing that I'm probably most proud of is that, I've spent a lot of time working on me. And so I know exactly who I am, and I know exactly, what my intentions are. I know, what's in my heart, what's on my heart, and what I try to do every single day. And so the man in the mirror has gotten to be a guy that I have liked a lot more over the years, right? So there's a lot of things I think that as you go through the process of maturing, in your teens, into your 20s, into your 30s, and now I'm 40. I think you just figure a lot of things out. And I think that, as you start to figure a lot of things out, you learn the importance of certain things. And so for me, I learned a big lesson in the power of just having some quiet time. So quieting the noise in my life for a half an hour or an hour. It depends on what's going on in my life, how much time I take, how much quiet time I take. But I literally just try to get by myself for a little bit every single day. No phone, no computer, no nothing, and just think, right? Just kind of sort things out. And we're going to talk a little bit about that this morning. And I'm going to share with you guys kind of some of the things that I do to help, help kind of make that person in the mirror seem a lot more attractive to myself. And so first I want to say good morning to some people. What's happening, Bob, Hal, Dayton, Jeff Nelson, my man, always on here, 4:30 a.m. Love that guy, man. Trisha, Kyle, Patricia, good morning, guys. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you guys being here. If you guys could share this out, I would greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate it. So the first question I would ask you guys is this. Do you see, when you look in the mirror, do you see a person that is ready to tackle the day, or do you see a person, especially right now, that's focused on the things that worry you? Because, the interesting part of life is that there's always going to be things that worry us, but it's such a small piece of what we actually deal with, right? The worry, the negative is such a small piece of our lives, but yet at the same time, good morning, Brad, how are you, man? At the same time, we are always pulled to focus on that thing that bothers us, that worries us, that sends us in the wrong direction, right? And so yesterday I was watching a YouTube video and it talked about how our minds actually work and how, the patterns that we create through the thoughts that we have. And so when you allow your mind, when you don't get, and I think that the power of quiet time is this. It's like working out your muscles in the gym, but it's for your mind, right? And here's what I think it does when you work out your mind like that, is that you will auto-correct yourself a lot faster than other people. And you will recognize things for what they are, for it's just a thought. Let me get back to what I'm doing. It's just, a period. Let me get back to what I'm doing. This is just, a season that I got to go through. Let me get back to what I'm doing. And so how you end up in what they call a funk is that you allow those thoughts, repeated thoughts, to continue in your mind, and you don't stop them, right? You don't put a stop to those thoughts. If you don't put a stop to those thoughts, they will actually turn from negative thoughts, and this was in this video, It was Dr. Joe Dispenza and Ed Milet. If you guys want to go check it out, it's an incredible. It's Joe Dispenza's second time on Ed's show. It was an incredible interview. It's about an hour long. Those thoughts will actually turn from negative thoughts into a more permanent fixture in your life. And it becomes your personality. It becomes a personality trait. And then eventually it will become actually part of your personality. And that's a scary thing. I hope you guys are listening to this, and I hope you recognize some of the things, because we all do it. It's to the degree at which we do it is what makes us different. And the degree at which we can control it and get back to controlling our minds, not allowing our minds to wander and think for us, but controlling it, conscious versus subconscious, right? And so the other thing that I will tell you is there's going to be a lot of people along the way that try to, send you in this direction, that try to convince you of who you are, of what your actions mean, of all kinds of crazy stuff. There's going to be a lot of people. And especially in times where there's tension, like right now, there's a lot of tension in the world, right? So there's going to be a lot of people acting out at these times because of the amount of tension that's out there. Who you see yourself as in the mirror is going to determine whether you listen to that person or not, whether you can continue on your day when people come in and try to attack you or try to, say things about you, tell you who you are, tell you what you are, whatever. The amount of mental fortitude that you have is going to determine how you react to that. So if you don't take enough quiet time to figure out who you are, to get your thoughts together, your conscious thoughts accurate, you're going to have a hard time, because you're going to buy in to the BS that somebody else tells you. And if you work on yourself, you work on that discipline, you work on your thoughts, you work on yourself every single day, you don't need anybody to tell you who you are. You will know exactly who you are. You will look in the mirror and know exactly who you are, what your intentions are. And that's all that matters, guys. That's all that matters. One of the things I wrote down this morning when I was preparing for this was, it does not matter what other people say about you. I get these calls all the time of people, telling me that somebody is this or that. And I say, man, it doesn't matter what other people say about you. It matters what you say about you. It matters who you see in that mirror when you look in it. Do you see a person that keeps their promises? Do you see a person that helps others? Do you see a person that wants the best for people? Do you see it? Or do you see the opposite? Do you see a person that's constantly worried, concerned, all that kind of stuff? That is the difference. And by the way, guys, I am a believer that everybody, we are all wired with the same soul. I believe that everybody, I shouldn't say everybody, because there's probably some people that, have some issues, some chemical imbalance issues that may not, but I think most people, they know exactly who they are, and they know exactly what their intentions are. They might be able to cover it up for a period of time, but the reality is you might be able to cover it up for a period of time, but at the end of the day, it's still going to be you. One of the things I say all the time is, everywhere you go, there you are. So you have to understand yourself. It's a very powerful thing to be able to understand yourself, look in the mirror, and actually be proud of that person that you see. Actually know that all of your intentions are pure. All of your actions are to help people. All of you. It's a really powerful thing, guys. And you have the ability to hone that in, to make it stronger, to take the quiet time necessary to solidify that, to make yourself truly, truly believe it deep down in your soul. And so I would ask you to think about that today. Wednesday, April 8th, you only get one of them, right? And when you look in the mirror, I want you to write down today who you see. Pick out your top 5 characteristics that you think about yourself. Powerful exercise, right? Think about that. Write down the top 5 things you think about yourself, and then write down the top 5 that you would like it to be. And then every single day you start working on things that get you closer and closer to that person that you want to be, right? Good morning, Brad, Andrew, Jared, Trisha, what's happening? Dina, good morning. So that's all I got for today, guys. I will repeat that last statement that I made one more time. It doesn't matter what other people say or think about you. It matters what you say or think about you. It's a very powerful thing, guys. And that is something that right now, more than ever, with all the craziness and all the distractions and all the, everybody's schedule's just a little bit off. It is more important now than ever before to understand who you are and to help other people around you understand who they are, because there is nothing more powerful than a person with certainty, than a person that understands their individual power and what they bring to the world, and then going and motivating them or inspiring them or helping them to help other people. That's how the world gets changed, by people helping other people. And so that starts with the person that you see in the mirror. I hope you guys have an awesome Wednesday. I hope you've had an awesome week so far, and I hope you finish this week off strong. Grab yourself some momentum today. Do that exercise. Write down those 5 things. Write down the 5 you'd like it to be, and get to work. That's it, guys. I'll see you tomorrow morning, same place, same time, right here on Morning Perspective. Love you guys.